Hello, good evening, Meenakshi.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you doing? Long time.
Oh, do you remember it now?
Of course, I've had a session long ago with you. Of course, I remember. So, how are you doing? How have you been?
I'm doing well. How have you been, ma'am?
All well, all well. Everything is fine, thanks to the grace of God. And have you been continuing or have you taken a break? Did you take a break and did you rejoin? What's the story?
With EnglishYaari, I have taken break in between,
Uh huh.
and this is my another subscription from EnglishYaari.
Right.
And right now I'm about to complete all the sessions. These are
Oh,
two last sessions right now. Yes. And
okay.
but in my learning journey, I have taken. Actually, I didn't take any break. It was like I was distracted in with job, and that time when I was talking to you, that time I was not working.
I
But
remember.
yes,
Yes.
but I
Yeah.
joined somewhere, and then I quit it.
Oh, so again,
Yes.
you are not into a full-time
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you from Uttarakhand? I don't know. I don't remember
Yes.
if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. I'm from Uttarakhand.
okay. Great. Nice. Good to see you again. That's nice.
Thank
So
you so much, ma'am.
how many sessions?
Likewise.
Yeah. How many sessions did you say you have balance on the subscription?
I think two or three.
Oh,
Only
okay.
two or
You're,
three. Yes.
you're in the last leg of the renewed subscription. So,
Yes.
how has it been? How has the journey been with English Shari?
Yes, journey has been going well till
Mm-hmm.
now, and I think before I was so afraid while sitting in front of all the tutors, and right now I feel that I have reduced fear while talking to tutors.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, journey is going
Yes.
well, but
Yeah.
it's going gradually.
Yeah, never mind. It's important that the journey continues and it moves rather than being stagnant. Fast or slow is not doesn't matter so much as long as you're moving one step at a time.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sometimes what happens, you get stuck and you get stagnant, and then there is a setback, and then you feel that, oh my goodness, whatever I have learned, I have to kind of refresh all over again. That could be a little bit demotivating. Some learners go through that phase as well, but
Yes,
as long as you are moving slowly, never mind.
exactly.
Okay, so let's talk about food. Today's topic is about food. It's quite interesting because food is something which everybody loves to talk about, I guess. So, what
Okay.
is your? Is it okay with you?
Okay, it's okay.
So, what is your relation with food? Are you very conscious about what you eat? Are you not really bothered? Tell me about your food habits and your relation with food.
Actually, I'm kind of moderate. Sometimes I become so conscious,
Hmm.
and often I don't often go outside to take like Chinese food and
Hmm.
street food. I don't prefer that. I
Oh.
always prefer to home cooked food. And although I cook all the day, every day, and I am quite connected with my kitchen, and I love to cooking, by the way.
Hmm.
And the thing which I cook, I love to have that.
Okay. So, what would be your, do you have any signature dishes which your family really relishes and, there's a demand for it every time?
See, usually I cook like rice,
Hmm.
dal, and chapati and some vegetables. But sometimes my husband ask me to cook like chole bhature and sometimes uh, idli sambar. So I
Oh,
have learned how to cook idli sambar from my mother-in-law only, and right now I'm proficient in it, and
oh,
I know
very
that how to cook it. Yes.
okay. So, a South Indian dish could be a little bit of a struggle for a North Indian, right? But nowadays, I think with YouTube and social media, nothing is impossible, right?
Of course, and it is just like that. If you have cooked something for 4 to 5 times, then you will be good at that.
Okay, okay. So you prefer to have home cooked meals rather than having something outside. But
Yes.
given an option, what would be your favorite street food?
I always prefer to have noodles whenever I go to outside with my family.
Hmm.
So either noodles or sometimes like chili potatoes.
So you
But
have
I
a
never, but I never prefer to like momos and like steam momos. Never. I don't eat that.
okay, but you seem to be having an inclination towards Chinese cuisine because you mentioned noodles and chili potatoes, which is
But I like that.
more a part of Chinese cuisine,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so that would be your preference.
But
If
yes, if occasionally we go to outside, I feel that what will happen if I have it for one day after so many days? So I
uh,
easily have it.
what about pizza? A lot of people love pizza. I personally love pizza. I can eat
Me
pizza
too.
anytime.
Same.
right? So that would be my preference most of the time. Yeah, but Chinese, yes, sometimes yes. But even I prefer home cooked meals. Very rarely, if I'm catching up with friends over the
Mhm.
weekend, then that's the time when I indulge in a little bit of junk food, right? Because you get bored eating home cooked meals
Of
throughout
course.
the week, and sometimes you need a change, right?
Yes, for
Yeah.
that sometimes we need to go outside as well. Although, let me tell you that in my life till now,
Hmm.
when I was working at first time, like before marriage, so frequently I used to take momos, noodles, and because of that, my health was not good
Oh,
after a certain period of time. And then I thought that, then I realized actually street food is
hmm.
not good for health. And after marriage, when I came into kitchen and started cooking all the day, then I realized that how home cooked food is like so healthy for anyone.
Right.
And one thing with pizza is my favorite, by the way, because like although whenever I go to outside, I always prefer from street foods like noodles and not momos, chili potatoes.
Huh.
But sometimes we order pizza at our home.
Hmm.
Right now, I don't do that in the starting, but my husband always used to complain me that whenever I ordered pizza, you always take bigger slices, and you always, although all slices are equal, okay, you
Right.
always take bigger slices and more than me. You eat that,
Okay.
so
Huh.
he always used to
Hmm.
complain me.
And
Yes.
yeah, and sometimes you have that last slice which is on the plate, and then you are like, okay, should I have it or should I give it away?
No, no, I
If you're
immediately I
somebody.
used to grab that. I don't, I don't look for any chance. I immediately grab that last one.
Yeah, even I do that because pizza is my weakness, and yeah, at home even I have that habit of let me have the last slice as
Yes,
well.
me too.
Sometimes it happens, yes. So, what about have you learned any new dish from a new cuisine? Have you experimented or explored? Because nowadays you have YouTube, you have Insta, where there are a lot of variations of Indian traditional dishes. You come across recipes which changes or twist the Indian dish into something quick to make or fusion. Have you experimented with anything like that?
I think the Indian recipe, which we use, like soya, I think we use in Indian dishes, and I used soya for making soya chop once,
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, and till now, after that, I never tried that. So it was just like disaster when I cooked that. So
Okay.
nobody have taken that food, that like soya chop.
Hmm.
But yes, my father-in-law tried that once, and but it was not tasty. I know that.
I know he didn't want to disappoint you. You took so
Yes,
much efforts and you cooked it, and so he didn't want to disappoint you. So he was kind of being nice to you, right?
yes, he always used to appreciate me.
Yeah. Huh. But what about your husband? Is he very blunt and direct in his feedback if you cook something new?
First of all, the very good thing in my husband is that he never wastes any food if
Okay.
it is like kept in his plate, so he never wastes that. But yes, he like tell me that you need to cook it like in this way at the
Huh.
next time. So yes,
So he will tell it to you in a very uh, cordial or a
Polite way.
nicer, polite way,
Yes,
rather than being very blunt and direct that, oh, this was a disaster or this is
yes,
not something which I enjoy. Okay, yeah, got it. That's very nice because that, that doesn't kill your motivation, because otherwise then you'll not be motivated to try something new. If
exactly, exactly.
yeah, yeah.
And I feel that first time we just need to try. First time it is going to sometimes disaster, sometimes
Yeah,
it
yeah,
will
yeah. Correct.
be
It
good.
may turn out well, it may not turn out well, but if
Yes,
somebody doesn't appreciate your efforts, then you may not be motivated enough to try something new next time, right? Yeah.
yes, yes.
So, do you enjoy cooking, Minakshi?
Yeah, sometimes, but for every day, it sometimes it's monotonous for me.
Yeah, I understand that daily cooking could be really not very enjoyable, boring and monotonous. Yeah, but then food is something which we need for survival, right?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. And what about diets? Do you follow any diets which are promoted by celebrities, or you come across something that, okay, there is a keto diet or there is a Mediterranean diet? Have you tried anything like that, or you can't be bothered with these fancy diets?
I tried it once. I don't know if celebrities take that kind of diet or not. I used to eat sprout in the morning
Hmm.
at a time, but
Hmm.
for few days because I think for a homemaker it's difficult to cook separate foods like for everyone.
Correct.
So I left that. I was unable to continue that thing. Okay,
Hmm.
so I just came back into my previous diet. So yes, I have tried that one sprout, and sometimes I used to have how what to say that poha and something light foods.
Okay. Yeah, it's difficult to prepare separate kind of meals for different people. In your family, it takes up a lot of time. You are eating something different, and then you have to cook something for your kids and something different for your husband. So it could be very, time consuming and
Time consuming.
difficult to, and you have to plan. If you are following a diet, it takes a lot of planning and purchasing those items, food items, because that's not your usual grocery items which you buy, right? If
Yes,
you're following a strict diet. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So yeah, that doesn't really, yeah, you could be very enthusiastic about it in the beginning, but the
Hmm.
enthusiasm kind of fizzles down later when you realize that you have to put in so much efforts, right?
Yes, yes. That's the
Yeah.
same thing.
and,
Yes.
and do you have a sweet tooth? Hmm.
No, I don't have tooths. I never prefer to eat sweet after every meal. Although my husband always needs he always search is there something sweet after every meal, especially after
Oh,
dinner. But
huh.
I don't prefer to have sweet.
Okay, okay. Some people really are fond of, having dessert after dinner or lunch. Lunch maybe not because they are at workplace, but yeah, at home after dinner they prefer to have some dessert item.
Hmm.
But yeah, but
But
sugar.
the very weird thing I would say I don't know. Uh, I don't although I don't have sweet tooth, I always prefer to have not even salty.
Uh-huh.
Those are bitter things
Oh,
how that uh, bitter gourd is that
bitter gourd. Huh.
bitter gourd
Yeah.
chips.
Oh,
I
okay.
can consume it easily. Yes,
Wow. I was
even
about to ask.
I
Huh.
have I used to drink actually what is neem water every day.
Neem juice or neem?
Yes, neem
Oh my
water, neem
God,
water.
that
I
must be
used
so
to take
bitter.
some
So you love bitter
bitter gourd
flavors.
chips.
Oh,
And how I used to drink neem water, I was telling you that
huh.
I used to take some neem leaf and some wooden sticks and used to soak them whole entire night. And in the morning,
Overnight.
I used to strain that and have it
Oh my God,
easily.
why would you do that? Is
Uh,
it because of some health reasons?
no, I have heard that after having something like neem, you will have fair skin and everything will
Ah,
good. And you, although I
oh,
didn't have
yeah,
any pimple that
correct.
time and
I've
right now
heard
as
this.
well, but I used to have it.
Yes, even I've heard about this, that it clears your skin and it clears your blood or purifies your blood. Or
Yes,
that's
that is the main reason. It purifies blood.
yeah, And that, though I love bitter gourd, I enjoy that vegetable. But
Hmm.
drinking neem juice is a bit too much. It's too much of a stretch. I can't even imagine having that. Right. So, do you like savory items?
Which are savory items. I didn't go through the session notes, that's why I didn't know about that.
No, no issues, no problem. Savory will be the opposite of sweet, like we say kachori, chips, um, samosas. These are savory items, which are हम लोग हिंदी में क्या
Okay,
बोलते
okay,
हैं?
I
नमकीन.
got it. Like snacks.
नमकीन, हाँ, नमकीन आइटम्स इन हिंदी वी
Earlier,
कॉल.
earlier I used to have it so much, excessively, I would say.
ओ.
Yes, all the time while traveling, or like if I was work when I was working and sitting at home, I used to have it like even during night time.
Oh, so
Yes,
were you used to binge eating? A lot of people binge
binge.
eat when they are
Yes,
watching a movie or when they are watching. Binge watching and binge eating goes together.
okay, binge eating and binge watching. No,
Yes.
I yes, sometimes I used to do both things, same things at a time. I don't know that kind of during that time. Sometimes whenever we are youth and we you do that thing with
Right.
our fellow partners just for enjoyment
Yeah, yeah.
and
Even if you are not hungry, you tend to eat snacks because it feels good.
hmm,
It's a kind of feel good factor, and especially I know some people who binge eat when they are in a low mood, when they're emotionally low. Eating helps them to improve their mood.
okay. No, I don't eat that for like changing my mood.
Huh.
But yes, generally, like sometimes while sitting with my friend, I used to eat that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
right now, as I got to know that it is not good for health, so I have reduced it like so much.
okay, that's a good thing because we don't, especially when we're watching a movie or something, we don't realize that we are eating too much, or we are, going overboard with the junk food because we are so occupied in watching the movie. We don't really, our mind doesn't register the fact that we are overeating.
Yes,
It
yes.
happens, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. But
Even
why
I
does it?
used to,
Huh? Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
even I used to consume a lot of cool drink,
Oh, okay. That's a lot of sugar. Cold drinks
lot
are
of sugar.
just sugar
Yes.
with
Right
flavor.
now, I got to know that like we have had the history of sugar in our family. So because of that, I think I have
Oh,
reduced sugar as well.
yeah. You have to be very careful and cautious about your sugar consumption if it runs in the family.
Hmm.
Yeah. Same here with my family. My father's side, almost everybody they are diabetic, so I really need to be very careful. And I've cut down sugar from my diet.
Yes, yes.
I
I
don't use
think
white sugar anywhere.
when you get to know about it, how sugar can affect your life. Once you got sugar, I have realized and have seen in front of me to